So, the Psychic Tarot Pocket Oracle deck. I'm very excited about this because I used to use this a lot. I haven't lately because there's too many decks. I shouldn't say too many. I'm happy about my decks. So universe, I am happy. I'm ecstatic of having all the decks, but maybe I possibly could get rid of a few, but it's it's hard because I don't really want to. So what have we got? We got the Psychic Tarot Oracle deck, the standard edition, and we got the pocket edition. Yay! So let me open this up. There we go. I love box decks at the moment, or I think it's a very good thing because they are so, I mean, you can't fold a box like this. It's going to protect the card much better than anything else. So what have we got? We got the Psychic Tarot Pocket Oracle deck, a 65 card deck in Guidebook, John Holland, and this is more like an oracle. I wouldn't use this as a tarot deck. And it says the 65 beautifully illustrated cards in this pocket-sized oracle will create a powerful bridge between your psychic abilities and the ancient knowledge and meanings of the tarot. Whether you are a novice or already in tune with your psychic abilities, this fascinating deck will help you to develop intuitive insights about all areas of your life. In the accompanying guidebook, psychic medium John Holland imparts techniques that he's practiced himself and taught in his workshops relating to colors, symbology, shapes, words, cards, spreads, divination, numerology, energy centers, imagination, and more. By using the cards, you'll be able to incorporate John's techniques when you do a tarot reading for yourself or others. Okay, so let's open this. It's a Hayhouse publication, by the way. Oh no, look. That's another good start. But I'm not as picky when it comes to guidebooks as I am with the cards. But no, is this a good start? No, it's not. So let's have a look at this book. So this is a second edition, first published in 2007 and now 2025. Contents: the chakra cards and all the minor arcana cards and major arcanas. We have 9 minor arcana from each suit if you're going to use this as tarot deck. But you can, but I mean, you don't have the 10, you don't have the page, knight, queen, and king. And instead of swords, we have the mental and spirit. For example, we have violet border, and physical, red border, emotions, green border. It doesn't say swords, wands, etc. We have chakra cards, so we have 7 chakra cards as well. Introduction, understanding the card structures. So physical, which representing business, finances, money, prosperity, earthly possessions, material gain or loss, and security. So we have physical, which is pentacles. Emotions, obviously cups. Mental, we obviously have swords, and spirit, which is the wands. It's a violet border, representing spark of life, inspiration, spiritual force and principles, aspirations, willpower and passion. And then we have the chakra cards. Then we have a section about how to get started. We have some spreads here as well, single card reading and 3-card spread. And we have a 5-card spread and a yearly forecast. section about symbols and images, not very long section, but we have some words there, and we have the card about the majors. We have the number, and we have a phrase, so new beginnings, like a key phrase, and we have the traditional tarot archetype, which you know is the Fool if you have used tarot before. So we've got about 2 pages for each card. Let's have a look and see if it's the same for, it is, but maybe a bit less. And here we have, yeah, a bit less on the minors. Wow, and back to the box. It is good, it's a good thing. I do like the box, the cards that comes in boxes now. So let's open the cards. Get rid of that, give it to my cat. Yes, that's her yeah, she's just she's hunting, that she does grab hold of it now, and she will give it to the persons she loves. She loves me, but I don't deserve a present, so I never get a present. Let's just have a look. I'm going to compare. Just a bit, the colors, I don't know, it's a bit darker. It's the cards we're more interested in, isn't it? I actually have this in order, amazingly enough. Do I have it in order? Yeah, I do. Whew. Might be because I think I might not have used this deck, because I sold one deck off. I sold all my collection of decks off before making the biggest mistake of my life, sort of. Okay, so we have the new beginnings cardstock. It's not bad. It's got gloss finish, and definitely got a cord. It's not this paper thin, like horror stock that I have seen lately, but it's not, it is gloss. It's hence I don't really use this. I haven't used this deck when I do on YouTube, and as I said, I haven't used this for a long time, years. I've probably used it in the beginning. It's actually the same, they feel the same cardstock wise. And let's compare this then to a standard tarot deck. It is taller, and it is is shorter, and it's not as wide. With that, I hope you can see it. So we had the new beginnings, which is the Fool. What do you see about the quality of the cards here? Yeah, it's not really any difference at all. Might be a bit more stronger colors here. Tiny tad, and it's just like that there's a difference in the shades. See, there's more red there, and that's the reason why I find it more easier to pick up, because I am a photographer as well by trade. I haven't worked as a photographer for quite some time, but yeah, so that's like there's a difference in the colors you use. This has never been one of my favorite card decks. I have to say, it hasn't. There's another one of John Holland there that I actually have worked with more. Is that the heart? The green one with the green cover. Why can I not remember the name? Let's have a look and see if it says anything about, because otherwise I won't be able to let go. Is it Tarot of the Heart? But it doesn't say in here, so am I deluding myself now and for some reason have, because it should be here. Card decks, the mediumship, Psychic Tarot, Oracle deck. Might be the the Psychic Tarot for the Heart Oracle deck. That's the one. It didn't say in the big book. That's the one I prefer. It's more like an Oracle deck. And still, I find it weird to use a deck we haven't got a Page, Knight, King, Queen, or whatever. Or I do think this is a good buy. I really do. The quality is really good. And I have some decks that are comes in a tin. I don't know whether they're all Hayhouse though. I don't think so, but they might be. Are they? Because I do know the Light Series, which is my abs. Sorry, I'm starting to talk about the Light Series because this is such an amazing deck, and I have the little deck, which is comes in a little tin like that downstairs, because it's so easy to handy to have, and it goes with me really everywhere. And I have actually the big one up here, but this is such a stunning deck, and another Hayhouse publication. So Hayhouse cards in a tin, they do not disappoint. They haven't so far with me. They by far exceeds my expectations. So there's been no hesitation about getting any Hayhouse decks from me, to be honest with you. I think they are publishing great stuff, and the quality, they haven't I was gonna sacrifice. I haven't sacrificed the quality over quantity, or putting more money, like what it seems like more money in the guidebook or in the box than they have in the cards, which I think kudos to you, Hayhouse. I think it's amazing. I don't want that as a tarot reader, as a psychic, or whatever it is. I'd really hate, and I have to say that, and I was like, this is my opinion. I hate when they do that. I hate when they put money in make the box really nice, the guidebook amazing, and the cards are, even though the art is lovely or whatever it is, the card stock is lacking. Because when we use the cards, of course we want decks that we don't want to have the worry in our head, oh, if I'm using this deck, it will not last, I might get a week out of it or 2 weeks out of it and that's it, or it's that you don't want to have that pressure, like, of having to not being able to depend on a deck. Because once I know the case with me is, once I have like favorite decks, I am very loyal to my favorite decks. And it's like with Light Series, it's like, oh, I love that. And do I have copies of that? Absolutely. But I find it very hard to connect with a card deck that has poor stock, because I don't want to attach myself into something that I have to pay good money for, and then it won't last me, and then I have to buy a second copy or whatever. But I still having that fear that I'm not gonna use it. If I attach to it, I'm not gonna be used, because I'm not gonna go on buying a deck after deck after deck, the same deck. I'm not gonna do that. So that, I think they are losing customers doing that, because people won't do it. It's like when you use this, like when this is your living, and this is my living, you want decks that will last. I don't mind paying the extra whatever but I do want a deck that has, don't expect the deck to last like 50 years. I'm not saying that, but I mean, at least hello, come on. You want a deck that has more durability than a cardboard box, or like not even that, like a piece of paper, like a printing paper. So it's just, yeah, this oh no, it's falling into under the sofa almost. So this with the Hayhouse, I really, really, really think they're doing such a great job with their decks. And it is, you know, it's like I have had favorite decks from literally all the publication houses, and you know, you don't really use, like, as I said, I'm very loyal, and when I like a deck, I like a deck, or like, if I get one good deck from a publication house, I was like, oh, I'm literally gonna buy everything from them. But when you get disappointed, you're sort of you're hesitating. You want to find out as much as possible, and then you, like, even if you love the art, love the cards, you know, like per se with the art, and you love the book, but you are not going to buy it if it's the cardstock is crap. So yes, is cardstock bad? Cardstock a pet hate of mine's? Absolutely. And might be others out there, like, of course, who don't care about that, like who fine with much thinner cardstock, but it's like a difference. And it's like, you have certain cardstocks that are fine, you know, when they're thinner, because they still have some protection. But when you have like a cardstock that is really, 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 really thin without any protection at all, it feels like it's like no gloss, not hasn't got any back in its spine. Well, oh, I'm sorry, I keep up ranting and raving. I'm sorry about that, but this is like what I was going to say. It's like this, Hayhouse, good on you. Thank you for this. So even if this is not one of my favorite decks, and I probably will not use it a lot, I know it's good quality. It's good quality. Where did have I lost? Where? Ah, don't know what I've done there. Took 2 cards, obviously. So, but it is a good deck. And you do have keywords on at the bottom of the cards. Have I done that again? What have I done? Oh, it keeps sticking. Sorry. That's why I'm confusing myself. I just like, why is there like a warning triangle there? I have never. I have to have a look. 4 of Pentacles. And this card knows that you have already or are currently working toward establishing a solid foundation in the material world. Using good judgment and heeding lessons from the past concerning financial matters will assist you in laying a firm groundwork. By doing so, security will have a better chance of building in the future. The material power that's now around you can either be an advantage or a disadvantage, depending on how you respond to it. Don't let your current position determine who you are. Remember to give back and prime the pump of prosperity, for true spiritual and material wealth is as much about giving as it is receiving. Seek proper investment advice and realize that you don't have to hold on to your possessions too tightly. Just be flexible and allow things to continue to flow. I just didn't understand like why I didn't really understand this picture, and because you have, you know, the warning triangle there, but hey. I love this card. the more I look at it now, I'm thinking, oh, why am I not using this more? Do I think this is a good beginner? Yeah, I do. Apart from that, it's not, you don't have the court cards, which I think is a must. You need to learn about the court cards. So I do think if you were to start with a deck like this, you would need to have an additional deck that do have the court cards, in my opinion. I think it's very very important that I mention in my opinion, because I know there's always someone that is going to say, oh, well, you know, that's not correct. But in my opinion, that is my opinion. Some lovely pictures as well here, illustrations here. So instead of the cups with the 7 cups and the cloud, you do have like a sea, and then you have birds, and then you have fingers pointing or doing different signals here. And what is that? Is that sitting on a jetty or something? And we don't have like emotional withdrawal. That's I don't really associate the 8 of cups with emotional withdrawal. It may be, you know, more like us going after something else. But hey, you do turn your back on emotional things. So yeah, it is, I suppose, you can interpret it like that, and it's all to everyone. The intuition as well. So yeah, like I'm talking myself into really liking this deck again, because I know I used it a lot before, and I don't know a lot, but I mean, I have decks that I haven't used at all, which says a lot about me, and I'm embarrassed. I feel really, I do feel really embarrassed about it, and I think it's a waste. But I'm hoping someone will talk me out of that mindset and say, oh no, it's not a waste. It's good to have decks you haven't used. And you know, I have so many decks that I don't use, that's just on my shelf or shelves. So please, if you if you do that, have that, please let me know. I know one thing that was making me stop this, using this more like a tarot deck, because I suppose men, like, it's easier for them with the, you know, bigger cards. But I did find this, like, weirdly enough, like, you have the oracle cards here can be bigger than this, but I don't, since I use tarot more in my practice, really, you know, I use, well, both of it, but for some reason I you know, the 7-8 is a lot more cards, and I prefer a bit smaller deck. So this is probably good. I was in a bit of a shitty mood today, so I wasn't really gonna do any videos at all. And I know I haven't done for like Pisces. I normally do Pisces every day, but I haven't done lately because I've been feeling really under the weather. I feel like I feel definitely like that. I'm not trapped in fear, but trapped. I do feel trapped. I feel like, you know, I've been like, one thing I hate as well, apart from crappy cardstock, is people saying things and then go back on their word, or like making out that they haven't said things. It's literally driving me mad, because I normally have a good memory, touch wood. Lately, well, not so bad, so good. But like, when I'm stressed, I can't really focus. But I hate that. I hate people saying things and then it's like, oh, I never said that. And it's like this blame shifting and or gaslighting. And so do I withdraw? Absolutely. Have I been suffering in silence? Yes, absolutely, to that too. But I'm starting to have enough of things like that, of people like that, and I have closed my doors to many people because I have given, as I said before with the cards, I am loyal and I give my heart to people, and I care a lot, I care deeply, and I always have, and being the empath. And some people, of course, they cannot help themselves, they do take advantage of that, and then eventually they take you for granted and expect you to be there, and meanwhile they give you shit back. So I do feel like Pisces, especially Pisces or water signs, we have gone through a lot of that especially lately, like a bit of an awakening regarding situations and regarding self-worth, especially self-worth, like standing up for oneself, because I have no problem whatsoever standing up for others, or literally I will run to someone's aid when it comes to people I care about or animals or whatever it is, and I'm like a tornado. When it comes to myself, I'm like, maybe they're right in what they're saying. I've been a bit hard on myself, or very hard on myself, and I have let people take me for granted. And then realizing when you yourself in a situation, like you might need help or you might need support, and they are nowhere to be found, or they like, oh, I haven't got the time now. Meanwhile, when they needed help, I was there, like the first one to, oh, it doesn't matter whether that I have to get up at 6 o'clock in the morning, I know it's 3 o'clock at night, but I can handle like not sleeping. Oh, of course I help you. And that's been me really for all my life, like helping others, and giving them the clothes of my back, really. And then realizing, eventually that, hey, some people are not there for me at all. So you have to close your door, obviously. And it's a hard lesson sometimes. So I suppose lately, as my cards or stuff like that has been a comfort. It's a bit like a comfort blanket, really, for me. So it's been hard for me to even think about giving things away, because I have lost so much and gained things as well. But I mean, it's just that when you have lost, it's like you get more attached. And I suppose being a spectrum as well, it's like, you're not, it's just that I get attached very, like I get attached, and not when it comes to, I can be very distant when it comes to relationship or whatever it is. I can be very shy, but if I think you're the same wavelength as me, oh my god, I'm not shy, obviously. But I don't know what I was going to say there, but it's just, I suppose this being attached to things, especially, it's like had a very, should I say, traumatic childhood. It's good occasionally, but father that drank and beat me and my mum up. So what was that? So it's a bit of trauma as well coming up, and especially when you use the cards as well. But it's like you're attached to things. I'm thinking, oh god, I have to leave something behind, so what am I going to leave behind? My legacy of my cards. But yeah, so I'm attached to my cards, and I'm thinking, like, if I'm going to move, if I'm going to do that, how am I going to transport my cards? And of course my cats have to come. So it's been, like a bit of conflicting thoughts inside of me lately, and I haven't been really there, if that makes sense. So yeah, I'm sorry about that. I might sound very not say offish, but I feel like sometimes I can't find the words, and it's like I don't, because there's so much emotions inside, and I trying to not get it outside, and don't want to talk really to other people, and I feel like so weird now sitting here talking and telling literally anyone who wants to watch my video. But hey, I have managed to traverse that border sort of thing, like that boundary. I do talk on my video. I'm not sitting there like a muscle, but it is daunting. Of course it is. Am I talking a lot of gibberish now? Or is it like, doesn't even make sense? I haven't got a clue. So sorry about that, but this is actually the Psychic Tarot Oracle deck, and it's Guidebook by John Holland. And you just find out who stunned the pictures. The sign Brinstar best. But that's just the sign, so it doesn't say. So, well, anyhow, this is a Hayhouse publication, and I think I'm getting to like it a lot now again. So, good quality. Thank you so much. Bye bye.